Good morning, everybody. It's Monday Mortgage with Guarantee Rate. I got with me today my awesome friend Todd Everett. It's good to see
morning.
you.
Good morning. Great to be here.
Always a pleasure to be in the house with Todd Everett. So we're like the Twin Towers.
Just need to get this hair cut off and go back to my bald.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're large and lovely. But listen, today we want to kind of get back to the basics and kind of talk about what happens at the end of the process.
Absolutely.
You know, we're a day or two out from closing. What to expect from a buyer's perspective. And the first thing is the 3-day closing disclosure
Correct.
that they have to sign.
Yep. Then we refer to it as the initial closing disclosure.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the government requires that.
Absolutely.
You can't close without having that 3-day disclosure signed.
That is correct.
So buyers, be on the lookout for that. At least 3 days, and it can happen several days even before closing.
Yep.
But it has to be a minimum of 3 days prior to closing. You have to sign that closing disclosure. Next thing, when you are in a position as a buyer and you're putting money down, you've got to wire some money to the closing attorney, right?
Absolutely.
So make sure that when you're doing that, you go to the bank. Unlike we had a client not too long ago that tried to do it through an ACH method, which is nothing wrong with that, but it may take, 24, 48 hours?
Anywhere from 24 to 72 hours to clear the bank.
And so if it hasn't cleared the bank and you're closing tomorrow, you may have an unfortunate situation on your hands.
Yeah. You know what I had to do in that case was I was on the phone. I had the confirmation number. We called the bank, found out at that point in time that it was an ACH, and we're like, well, we need to cancel that and have that put back in.
Right.
So that she could go back the next morning and actually wire it over to the attorney that morning.
So be a little bit more proactive. Go ahead and go to the bank, do a regular wire, get your certificate, basically your receipt from the bank with the confirmation number that's been wired. And then the best thing to do, if it's happening, say today and you're closing tomorrow, is I'd follow up with that closing attorney today to make sure they got that wire. Because you know you're several $1,000s, and make sure too on that wiring instructions that you have gotten that directly from the closing attorney.
We are not, as a guaranteed rate employee, we are not allowed to share wire instructions.
Right.
Just so that we're not on the line.
Well, there's cyber fraud out there every day.
So much.
And so we want to make sure that the closing attorney gets you their wiring instructions so that you can convey that to your bank when you're wiring those funds properly. So we get to the closing table. The buyer's got to bring 2 forms of ID, right?
Correct.
You've got to prove who you are at the closing table. They're not going to say you that.
Yeah. That you match the people that we've been talking to all along.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So keep that in mind. Two forms of ID. Make sure the night before you've had your hand on a pillow because you're going to sign a lot of documents.
Nope, not the guaranteed rate you want.
Oh, that's right. Tell them about that real quick.
So we have a program called Flash Close. After midnight on the day of closing, the seller can go in and look at the documents at any given time once they're sent to them. If they have any questions, they can call us, ask questions. However, after midnight, they're able to go back in there and actually e-sign, I would say 85 to 90% of their documents online, so that when they get to closing, they only have, depending upon the loan type, anywhere from 7 to 10 documents at most.
Which shortens your closing time from an hour probably down to half hour at the most. Because you got sellers still signing documents too.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. Be proactive when you're at the closing table and your loan officer's there, your agent's there, the attorney's there. If you've got a question, that's the time to ask that question.
Absolutely.
Don't think you know the answer and you walk away from the closing table and you said, I should have answered that. Because then it's too late. Once you sign those documents, that house is yours. It's a buyer beware state. Properties are sold as is. And once that takes place, you're done.
Done.
It's not like a refi that you can go back.
Right, rescission.
Yeah, 72 hours. You walk away, everybody's signed, the money's exchanged hands, it's over.
It's all over but the crime.
That's right. Well, hopefully we're celebrating,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Haven't had any crying don't think I've ever had any crying at a closing. I've been a lot of happy tears.
Maybe happy tears.
Yeah.
Yep. So guys, we just want to be back to the basics, kind of give you an explanation of what to expect a few days before closing and at closing. And when you walk away, you should have your completely signed HUD settlement statement. Some people call it closing disclosure. Some people call it an ALTA. but you should be able to walk away with proof that that property is now rightfully yours. So we hope this has helped today. On another note, Wednesday night from 7 to 10 o'clock, Guarantee Rate is putting on their GR Palooza at the Buckhead Theater. I know we have several Southern Classic Realtors agents going to that. I'll be there, Karen will be there, and we're looking forward to that. That's at the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you want to go to that and you haven't registered, you can always reach out to Todd.
Yeah, just give me a call, 678-227-1717. Registration has been shut down. However, we can still get you registered. Just reach out directly to myself, Ben, Brandy, or Justin,
Right.
and we can get you on the list.
Right, good deal.
Cocktails, appetizers, and 80s music. We will have a live band there that night, along with about 280 to 300 plus professionals in the real estate world.
So a great way to network.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about. We're here to network. We currently have a little over 350 registered. We were shooting for the 300 mark, so
It's going to be a good event.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a good event. We're glad that Guarantee Rate's putting that on for everybody. If you need our guys, Todd, Brandy, Justin, or Ben, always feel free to reach out to them. You know their number 706-389-0691 or email them at scr.grm@gmail.com. Guys, I appreciate you. Todd, it's always a pleasure.
Same here.
We always hope we bring great value to you. Wish you have a great day. And if you need anything, give us a call. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.
Have a great day.